I am from the Richmond area. I grew up here. I don't even remember having a good, sound faith life until I went in the military and started to actually, kind of ask those big questions like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? What's this Jesus all about?
And so you joined the Marines, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did being in the Marines help you answer those questions?
Kind of awakened something inside of me to be passionate and pursue the things that were in my heart, and also mainly the discipline, and then also that kind of drive just to keep going, push through the hard times, and when things get difficult physically, emotionally, spiritually, just kind of keep pushing through and know the Lord's got you. I would definitely say probably my second deployment was the hardest part about being in the military. In Iraq for about 9 months, 8 to 9 months, squad leader, about 12 guys underneath my leadership, 12 Marines and a corpsman. So, and it was it was a difficult time.
Why were you drawn back to Iraq?
I think kind of getting involved in reading just some kind of the more alternate kind of news out there. I decided to go to nursing school. My stepsister was in nursing school. So I did a year of prerequisites, did all the application process, the pre-testing, and off I went. So, but I think knowing before I went in, I really wanted to, at that time, I was looking into some of the Christian communities and some of the minority communities that were starting to kind of put their lives back together. And I was like, well, I'd love to go help in some way. We were focused more on humanitarian relief. So we partnered with actually Samaritan's Purse. We were able to get into some areas and access some areas that they couldn't, but we were able to take entire lorries full of water and food and blankets to the east side of Mosul to kind of like distressed communities that were kind of trickling back in after the liberation.
And it sounds like, you said living by faith. It does sound like every day, because you had a lot of autonomy, I would think, too, as to where you would spend your energies
a ton
and
of
time.
autonomy. It was such a
Yeah,
blessing.
it was like, what do you want me to do today, Lord? And you would...
And we would spend a lot of time praying about it. Where should we go? What should we do?
Well, so many of us hear about the Middle East and go, oh, that's terrible. And that's the beginning and end of it. But you listened to what God had to say, and what you heard God saying is you need to go, and you need to go.
Yeah.
Help these people. What gave you the courage to respond and to say yes?
I think saying yes sometimes is like the hardest thing we'll have to do when we say yes to the Lord. I think the courage finally came with spending time in prayer, but then also having a pastor like Father Mike supporting me, I think was huge. What is in your heart is not wrong. It's from the Lord, and as long as you stay focused on Him. And I think that's kind of what kind of gave me that final push over the hump to say, all right, Lord, I'm ready. And I think it's just that little bit of time that He gives us to grow spiritually. And sometimes it's just these little steps, and we just have to take that last little one before we're finally ready and finally say yes.